Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night Hard Mode Fresh on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, Velic Rank 4!
Impressive.
Yes, you should notice that it is effectively 2/2.5 times as much distance as it had originally. Also, let's get our rice back.
Here's your share.
Hello.
Thanks, Harry.
My name's Harry. Harry the Harvester.
Can you plant this?
Of course I can plant it. I am something of an expert in horticulture.
How are you, Miriam?
Alright, Abigail, did we pick up the other thing that you need? Oh, a ring? Yeah, we've got rings.
Here's what you asked for. This is it? That's one more villager.
Alright, Abigail's quest line is honestly one of the most difficult ones to actually complete, but it's also one of the ones that's significantly more worth it on your first playthrough, because completing Abigail's quest line gets you Solomon's Ring, and Solomon's Ring is it is effectively the Soul Eater ring from Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow. I don't think it's a double, but it's a significant increase to the drop rate of shards from enemies.
Nice.
It's very, very worthwhile for a specific boss that I don't think I'm going to end up showing off. I've shown off 8-bit. I've shown off 8-bit Overlord in every other run, so I don't think that I need to show off 8-bit Overlord for this run, specifically because I don't want to show off how much more bullshit 8-bit Overlord is on hard mode.
Well, here is something not so bullshit, is now we've become so powerful that we're two-stroking these guys.
Well, but we are two-stroking these guys instead of one-stroking them. Whereas if we were on normal mode, we probably would be one-stroking these guys, specifically because, well, the Dullahammers actually have a weak spot that you're supposed to be taking advantage of. But the reason why we're actually here back on Gallium Minerva is there is a bunch of fucking really important treasure that we need on the boat. So we are back on the boat getting the treasure that we missed and didn't have access to before.
Yep, and good thing they let us come back here. Well, actually, more like it's a good thing that they gave us something to do as a function of us being able to return here.
So, first, the Senjinjin, one of the most interesting and unique spears in the game. Also, we get the Plunderer's Ring, one of the best luck steroids in the entire game. There are two of these. We won't be getting the second one for a bit yet, but once we have them both, we will officially be almost as decked out for luck as we actually can get, especially for at this point in the game. Mind you, it's going to be a long while before we get our second one, because we got to take down a couple of bosses before we can get our second Plunderer's Ring.
Ooh, sugar.
I will say that I like going back through Gallium Minerva. I don't like, however, that we absolutely have to do this in order to get the other Plunderer's Ring, because the specialty rings are things that I don't believe that you ever get, with the exception of the Unicorn Ring. No, you get the safe ring recipe as well once you get the safe ring the first time. But a majority of the specialty rings do not actually have crafting recipes associated with them. So, yeah, if you want the best accessories in the game, you do actually have to go back and do effectively complete exploration of every area. I'm okay with this in theory because it's how Igavanians have always done it. But at the same point, it's actually really annoying having to go all the way back through Gallium Minerva and other areas for progression specifically. They do that exactly once in this game, and it's one of the other major points of a contention that new players end up having, because there's like no telegraphing that you need to go back to do to do backtracking and more exploration once you get a specific set of powers.
Well, that's just the player running the gamut of options, saying like, well, I mean, okay, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do the other 9 things.
But the glorious thing about the gamut of options thing is that during original release, the area that you needed to go to would show up as explored on your map, despite the fact that you haven't been there, and the chest would also not show up on your map in the event that happened. It was fucking hilariously broken on release. I love this game, I really do, but let it never be said that it is perfect in any way, shape, or form. Randomizer mode the randomizer mode is finished and is never going to be the official randomizer mode is finished and is never going to be perfect. We were supposed to have chaos mode, which is the multiplayer mode. By, I believe, winter of last year, and we're coming up on the end of winter of this year, and we've not heard any updates at all about it. I want to say since Gamescom, but even then, I don't think we actually got any updates for on Gamescom.
So, what are we trying to get from Man with Pointy Hat?
We are not actually. We are going through and doing a bunch of Lindsay's kill quests right now, and we're doing Lindsay's kill quests right now because we just happen to be in the area to do so. Although we're also going to skip the Sabnock one, aren't we? Yeah, and because we skipped Sabnock, then we're not going to get Brigandine for a bit. Damn. So what's new in the world of Cloud as we continue going back to the Garden of Silence?
Oh, that my lack of attention on chess.com actually caused me to lose even more games because I let the clock run out. Like, seriously, how does one not pick up their phone for 3 whole days, go into chess.com, look at the chessboard, make the best move, and then move on? Well, come to realize, I look back at my statistics, apparently 37% of the time I will lose any chess game because I failed to make a move inside of 3 days. That's not good.
Yeah, it reminds me of the fact that I have effectively put down Words with Friends on multiple occasions doing that shit. But like, I'm only playing with one person. So I don't really feel the want or desire to continue playing Words with Friends unless I'm actually actively playing it with that person. And even then, we're not exactly actively playing with each other. It's just a thing that comes across every once in a while. Let's take the carriage ride again. Whee! Thank you, ferryman. Sorry, coachman.
Let's do that again.
All right, I do believe. No, we are just we're just warping back now, aren't we? Yeah. Back up to Towers of Twin Dragons.
Oh God, this room again.
Yes, we're back in this room again. Don't worry, we are only here transitionally. We are not here. We're not here for any significant farming. We already did the only farming that we need to do in this room. This is the problem with me having recorded this like effectively a month and a half ago with time crunch being a small issue. I don't remember what we're doing at this point. Like, what I should be doing right now is going into Glutton Train, because the whole reason that we did the grinding last part was so that we could actually go and do Glutton Train. I think what I'm actually intending to do right now is get a specific amount of map completion done to push OD into allowing me to have 3 books. Thing is, it would actually be significantly faster for me to get this map completion by going into Glutton Train, because Glutton Train has got a shitload of map completion that I can get just by going through that area. However, if I go into Glutton Train from here, I can't get out because I have to go and kill the next boss in order to be able to warp out. And there's a lot of narrative stuff that happens in between Glutton Train and and the next warp point. So, oh, we are actually going to show off. Okay, so what we're doing here is we are actually showing off the farming method that I'm using specifically in order to get monster bird hair. And the reason why I'm doing this is so that I can, you know, get my Dullahammer Head Familiar upgraded to rank 7. I can't get it to rank 9 quite yet because rank 9 requires me to have, oh, what is it? There is a specific material I do not yet have access to that Dullahammer Head rank 8 and 9 require. And I believe it's one of the Den of Behemoth materials, but I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, this is our method of farming on this particular enemy, Kaleno, in order to get monster bird hair. And no other enemies in the game drop monster bird hair. So
level up.
Also, this is one of the better ways to get specifically strawberries, which you need in order to do a good portion of the drinks and other relatively expensive food items. Mind you, the relatively expensive food items, despite being, you know, very powerful for their stat bonuses, are also not something that I'm going to be showing off how to obtain most of them, because, well, despite the fact that I do need them, it's not something that's... I don't want to show off a lot of the grinding in the game, okay? There's a lot of smaller instances of grinding going throughout Bloodstained that I do on hard mode that I don't honestly think is worth showing off. This is honestly one of the ones that I thought I wouldn't actually be showing off, because it didn't honestly make all that much sense for me to show this off. Yeah, because, yeah, all I honestly need to do is tell you guys, hey, I need to farm on Kaleno in order to get some monster bird hair, and this is the room that I'm doing that in.
Yeah. Nope. Well, you got the strawberry.
Yes, we got plenty of strawberries, thankfully, and we also got a bunch of Thunderbird plumes, which are very important also, but not for us at the moment. Thunderbird Plume is important because it is the upgrade material that allows us to increase the rank of Optimizer, a shard that we do not currently have access. Well, we actually do have access to it, but it would require me doing a rather significant sequence break in order to get there. But yeah, this is effectively the part that I was worried what we were going to be doing last part, where, you know, I'm just sitting in this one room farming, trying to get exactly one drop, and it's just not showing up. I'm not exactly perfect when it comes to my luck stat right now. I've got access to the stone mask, which would give me an additional luck point at the cost of, you know, my MP regen being a bit worse. So yeah, this takes me slightly longer than it should, but the stone mask, for the record, is another JoJo reference, because it is very much the same design that of the vampire mask that Dio uses in order to become a vampire. There, we got a copy of Monster Bird.
We finally got it. Nice.
Jump cut.
So, just as long as everybody understands, while Gerdat shows his OBS recorder, that grinding it's one of those insoluble aspects of RPGs. The game designers do not intend for players to do grinding sessions because it breaks the narrative dissonance, usually, when you have an imperative begging the question, how important could this main quest be if I'm allowed to divert so many minutes and hours away from doing something that's actually fucking important?
Hi, Miriam.
Okay, so over to Enhance Shard and plug in the Monster Bird hairs that we got into Dullahammer Head. Yay! We now have rank 7 Dullahammer Head. Yeah, and the last two that we need are Lion Lord's Mane, which I think we do end up farming, but I don't think we end up showing off. Also, we got up to a grade 4 of Tepisocius, which means it's like one of the best spells that we have access to. It's not a spell that we're going to be using, but we could make it a 4/4 right now, I think. Yeah.
Wouldn't it just be damn funny if one of these games, like, I mean, honestly, I think it might have even been a missed opportunity for the Rick and Morty game. That they will that you need to consume materials in order to level up your weapons and your familiars and your characters. What if they just put an item in the game called late game material? It's like, oh damn it, I can't max out my rank until I get late game material.
They require a large number of materials to transmute, but they function similarly to skill shards. In other words, they work even when you don't have them equipped.
Yeah, Johannes right here is explaining that if we manage to get it's rank 9 of specific passive shards, they turn into skill shards. Very nice. And something that we will be doing a bit later. Be safe, everybody.